Hey YouTube land, this is Mime Chef. We had some good rain yesterday and last night and the day before, so I'm just finishing off mulching my final beds, these final two beds, and then we are done, I believe. I think I've mulched just about everything apart from the paths, which I'll probably use some sawdust from the sawmill for that, but it's working out pretty well so far. I'm liking it, and since it's rained, might as well trap in that moisture while we've got it. Okay, a couple of housekeeping things on the channel. I recently did a video about growing the grass on the lawn, turn it into a meadow, which to me makes much more sense, it's more usable. I'm not saying that having a lawn is wrong for everybody. If you live in, say, Seattle, a lawn is fine because you get lots of rain, lots of drizzly, constant rain with grey clouds, and you don't get much evaporation. That's fine. I'm not saying that, you can't have, but it makes no sense to have a lawn in, say, if you live in Arizona, does it really? Because you're already short of water, and putting it on your grass doesn't really make much sense to me. So, okay, if you've got kids and you like to kick a soccer ball around, or throw a football around, or play, games out on the grass, well, that's fine too. I would say that the health of your kids, having them run around in an open space, a safe space, is important. So I'm not saying a lawn's wrong for everybody, I'm just saying a lawn is wrong for me, and I think, a lawn is, what I was getting at was that lawns never existed in the US. It was something that was imported from the UK. It was a status symbol. I still think it is a status symbol. And, like the local grass here was never suitable for a lawn to be cut short and kept trimmed all the time, so then you had to bring in these other kind of species that took advantage of the low rainfall and your low high sunshine rates and high heat rates. So, lawns really should never have existed here. It would have been a lot better if you'd have gone for some more natural landscape options. Anyway, so that aside, another thing that I'd like you to go check out is Bexar Prepper's YouTube channel. He's been doing a lot of videos about Mark Baker. He's I think he's a friend of Bexar Prepper. If it's not Bexar Prepper himself, I'm not sure, but anyway, he's in a huge fight with the Department of Natural Resources in Michigan at the moment, and he testified at the Ag Committee last week about the Department of Natural Resources trying to basically make him a felon for harbouring an invasive species. And what they've done is they've written a document to say that any pig that is not basically a pink indoor-reared pig is an invasive species and a feral pig, even if it's within a farmer's fence, by the use of the language there, saying something is feral when it's inside a fence and is being cared for by a farmer. But anyway, so basically they're trying to outlaw all heritage or rare breed pigs for the fact that, okay, there's a few thousand pigs running around in Michigan, and so rather than controlling the population, what they're going to do is just outlaw all pigs which could escape, which is just ridiculous. This is like the thin end of the wedge, guys. If they start to get away with stuff like this, you're just going to end up eating food from 4 huge ag chemical companies, and you know who they are, I don't have to say, but it's just world domination of food, which is a very dangerous thing. Do you want to live in a world that your food tastes all the same because it's all made out of or fed on corn? Variety is the spice of life, and we need diversity in your diet to keep yourself healthy. And I'd like to apologise to these huge corporate giants right now that I'm denying them profit by growing my own food. I'm just some kind of scumbag, aren't I? The fact that I have the gall to grow my own vegetables and try and eat some healthy food that doesn't have chemicals in it, on it, sprayed with it, packaged in it. So that's what we need to get away from, these big companies, and it's not good. So yeah, check out Bexar Prepper and his fight against. I do suspect that there is some collusion between the Department of Natural Resources and Big Ag. I'm sure there's some connection, some shareholding, some revolving door going on there between the Big Ag and these guys, because why would, you know, it's just crazy to write this policy where every heritage breed pig is deemed as an invasive species, just just because there's. I mean, I'm not saying feral pigs running around the landscape is bad. It is, but you can't lay the whole blame on people that have heritage pigs. It's biodiversity genocide, and if they can get away with it in Michigan, they could get away with it in the rest of the country. And then they'll come after your chickens because they have a propensity to carry avian flu, and it might start an epidemic. So we have to get rid of all the different types of chickens apart from, the Ross Cobb or the Sasso, and you'll only be able to buy it in a supermarket, because if you have them outside and a bird flies along and it catches avian flu, it will be spreading it around. You have to keep them inside where it's safe, and we can pump them full of hormones, and because they're a little bit too close together, but if we pump them full of chemicals, they live quite nicely, and no chance of avian flu. So that was a close one, wasn't it? We're safe after all. Just one type of chicken, just one type of pork. Let's foot and mouth, one type of beef. We don't want foot and mouth. We're gonna have to keep them indoors and feed them on. Let's just feed them on corn, cause something wrong with the grass, isn't there? Probably something wrong with the grass. Yeah. Okay. I'm starting to get off subject, but it just drives me nuts. So let's do a little bit of this. We need to do this, because if we lose these skills, this takes time. This has taken me years to learn this stuff, to do it well. I'm still not there. This whole thing is a big experiment. I never used to live in South Carolina. The weather here is so different to where I used to grow vegetables. I'm still learning. This is just like my big classroom at the moment. I'm still trying to work out what I'm doing, what works well. And even when I was, somewhere for a long time, it still takes you time to learn about, the best way to do things, how to avoid pests and diseases, how to work with your local environment that's best for you and the plants. So, a lot to learn. It takes time. So get into it and, start learning. There's so much we need to learn right now. So much. Alright guys, So I'm Chef signing out for now. Bye bye.